Good evening, this is Michael with Love and Freedom News. Hey, today we're out and about here in Yuma, and I happened to come upon this stop with the local law enforcement agency here in Yuma. As you can see, it seemed to be YPD, and they are in unmarked vehicles, of course. They seem to have this gentleman here sitting down handcuffed. I arrived on the scene kind of late, so really don't know exactly the whole story of this event that's going on. But appears to me there's another unmarked vehicle just pulled up, and they are rolling deep. This white vehicle appears to have 3 officers in it, and the black unmarked vehicle has 2 officers, and they are unmarked, as you can see. They have the gentleman here sitting down. For what I can understand, they was asking the gentleman, upon me coming here, I could hear him briefly stating, to identify himself of some basic information. So for what I can understand so far, with what normally it occurs on something like this, if it was an incident that happened here at the store, at the Quality Liquor here, then that would have been marked vehicles arriving on the scene responding to a call. So I take it from my experience from law enforcement background and studies that this has to be an ongoing investigation of some type of task force that they have here in Yuma, which they have recently started, or it's been around for a while. They have a warrant task force that goes out and execute warrants. Now that the pandemic has slowed down a little bit, according to Yuma, they're out here full force, and they are doing warrant task force now, and out trying to catch absconders or anybody that has a warrant issued for their arrest. I'm going to zoom in here, as you can see. The female officers taking all his personal belongings from him, and the store owner there, store manager there, I know that gentleman for a long time. It doesn't appear to be store related incident, so I'm gonna weed that out. So far, I'm gonna stick to my gut feelings on this one, that it has to be something to deal with a warrant. So basically, what I can understand, that's what this is about. So just so you guys know, you're being watched. Most of the people that don't understand that there's always someone watching when you think they're not watching. And just like I tell you guys that intentions are to cross the border, and you are on some type of probation or what they call on papers, and you don't think they know, they know. They have all this information in the system, and I advise anyone, if you absconded from probation or on parole, do not attempt to try to come across that border, because they have all of the information that they need in their system. They are linked to the NCIC, the National Criminal, how did you pronounce it? I'm sorry, NCIC, National Criminal Investigation System. Yeah, that's what National Criminal Investigation Center, something like that. Charge it to my head, not my heart. But anyway, you know what I mean. So don't think that you're getting over, that you can say, I could just use this one time to run across the border. No one would know and come back. Not a good idea. Not a good idea. I did have the pleasure to check to see that when you do cross the border, and I told you guys this is totally off the record here for what I'm talking about here on this little cop watch here, but this is just to pass some information off to those who's interested in crossing the border, and they was concerned about coming across, driving across They do take copy of your driver license when you cross into Mexico, and when you come back across the border, they will ID each and every person that's in that vehicle, and they will associate that vehicle with the persons that's in your vehicle. And if you are to and from Mexico like that, and you have different personnel in your vehicle, they will note that, and they will see that that person normally don't come across with you. So that could give them a red flag to pull you into secondary, just to give you a heads up. That's why I advise you guys, don't ever have anybody in your vehicle if you don't know them, you seriously don't know them, or you think you know them. Don't have them in your vehicle. So what I can understand from this point right here, looks like they're making room for him in the vehicle. They're going to go ahead and take his personal belongings. I see she got the little brown baggie out. Brown baggie me checking him into the local sheriff office downtown, detention center, putting all his personal belongings in the little property bag there. I see the officer making room in the back, clearing out all his gear, putting it in the back out of reach, because they're going to put this suspect in the back of the vehicle and transport him. I mean, most of the time they will call a marked vehicle patrolman to actually take him in, but at this point, they seem to be a task force, and they're not understaffed. It's not one officer, which needs some supervision or some different assistance. It seems like they got it pretty handled. Young lady officer here, she's gathering the rest of his evidence, and they're gonna transport him in. For what I can tell, look like it's on the warrant. So that definitely looked like the case scenario here. For what I'm looking at, the officer, I can't really see his screen, and I'm not trying to look at any confidential information, but for what I can tell, he has been on some type of warrant. They've been looking for him. You guys understand that you out here in the public, and at all times they got cameras everywhere on these buildings, on the traffic, on the highway, and facial recognition is in full effect now. So there's no way around it. So yep, look like he's about to take a ride. Yep. Without any incident. Because when I got here, like I said, they already had him handcuffed. See, she is buckling him up. She's following protocol. She put him in the seatbelt. And you notice they're not beating him up now. And we know why. They're not beating him up. But she is putting him in the seatbelt on. And they're going to go ahead and transport him in. Look like the other officers, the other unmarked vehicles, about to go ahead and take off. Their assistance are no longer needed, and they're about to give him a ride. Just want to stop and for his safety as well, and film a little bit of this for his safety as well. Appreciate you guys watching. Until the next one. Bye now. Peace. One love.